Hello and Assalamualaikum Sir Khairuddin and also everyone. I am Nurul Raida binti Muhammad Asani and matrix is number 273639. So now I'm going to start our group presentation. We decided to educate the public about risk management of a concert. The main reason of why we choose this theme, it is because people nowadays love the entertainment so much. And many possible risks may happen when there's a lot of people in one event place. A concert is a live music performance in front of an audience. The performance may be by a single musician or by a musical ensemble such as an orchestra, choir or a band. This includes a public musical performance by a single singer, musician, violinist or other artists to take part either as singers or instrumentalists or both. Concerts are staged in a broad range of locations including private homes, tiny nightclubs, concert-specific venues, parks, and also multipurpose structures like arenas and stadium. Shows, concerts, and music festivals all mean the same thing that creates an unforgettable musical experience to all audience. Last but not least, festivals typically last over many days and involve performance by a wide variety of bands, giving attendees a chance to interact directly with their idols. The opposite is true with concerts, which are often shorter and more personal events.
My name is Muhammad Ashraizal Sham. 286602 is my matrix number. Right now, I would like to continue the next presenter, which is the importance of event risk management before the event, which is there are 3 stages, which is the identifying potential hazards and dangers, to provide adequate training to employee and volunteers, and to manage effectively and cost efficiently. By recognizing potential risks that will assist the team in reducing unexpected and costly surprises, and providing better information to the teams and decision makers, and motivating more participants and to engage in during the event or before the event. As a result, it will support the team through the planning process and manage to mitigate the risk. Next is to discuss the importance of ERM during the event. So the first point is to prevent accidents and cases of work. Through this, event organizers are responsible for providing a safe atmosphere for the public. It is the obligations that must carried by event organizers to detect and address any possible risks or dangers. This is because it is crucial to evaluate the sustainability and efficiency of current control method. So the second point is to improve the reputation of events and organizations. This will help increase market trust and credibility. Therefore, once the client's trust is earned, the existing customer will notify others about our services. So the final point is to identify potential future hazards and take actions. Therefore, the organizers of the event should always do a checklist during the event to gain information and data, to express the solutions, and to manage the event in the future.
I am Nurul Shafika Aina binti Muhammad Suhaidi. I will explain about the importance of event risk management after the event. For the first is to prevent losses like money and property, and second is customer trust. Losses in the form of money, property and trust will leave a bad reputation in the future. Second importance is to increase demand. The increase in demand for the use of event service will begin to increase more customer. Third is to avoid accident after the events. It is because various risks can still occur after the event. For this slide, I will explain about safety rules of the procedures during the events. First rule is to assess the suitability of your venue. We need to do research and documentation to make sure the place is safe for events. Second is to do a risk assessment with event safety checklist, evaluating the risks that may occur in an event, make it easier for management to take early actions. Third is creating an emergency event plan to deal with problems that arise and making organizers more prepared. Fourth is implementing safety requirements for an event. Fifth is crowd safety at events. Failure to control the crowd will cause major problems at the event because the problem that start to arise are difficult to overcome.
Good day everyone, my name is Sini and my reference number is 277803. Now I'm going to talk about the possible risk of a concert. For example, the possible risks that might happen in a concert will be stage collapsing, personal theft, unpredictable weather which include wet weather, strong winds and excessive sun, unexpected numbers of participants which lead to steps. The neighborhood's quality of life will be affected due to the noisy pollutions and noisy environment, traffic jams, and the attendees might take drugs or alcohol during the concert which lead to aggressive behavior and fight. To overcome the risk of the stage collapsing in a concert, the event organizer must double check the structures and the safety of the stage before the concert starts and consider the weather, the weight of the equipment and other before they build the structure of the stage. Next, for the risk of personal theft, the event organizer can set up and prepare lockers for the participants to keep their belongings. While the event organizer also needs to check on the weather forecast and have a plan B in order to decrease the risk of unpredictable weather and rent portable pavilions to shelter the participants. Besides that, to overcome the risk of unexpected numbers of participants which lead to steps, the event organizer needs to limit the number of sales tickets and consider the space of the main entrance, the waiting space and others in order to avoid overcrowding in one spot. Next, in order to prevent the risk of traffic jam, they need to provide sufficient parking spot for the attendees, and the security teams and the police officer need to prevent the participants from following the artist's car and instruct them the way to leave the venue. While for the risk of the noisy environments that affect the neighborhood's quality and life, the event organizers can make sure the volume of the music that is played during the concert is an appropriate volume. Lastly, the event organizer must inform the attendees the day before the event that alcoholic drinks and drugs are not allowed, and spot check will be carried out before letting the participants enter the venue. All alcohol that is found in their bags will be confiscated, and the people caught with drugs will be passed to the police officer. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum to Khairuddin. My name is Nur Farahana binti Arifin and my metric number is 285426. So for my part, I will explain about emergency plan. When it comes to organizing an event, emergency plan is a must because you may never know when and unfortunate things may happen. Therefore, planning an emergency plan consists of plan, evaluate, and respond. First is plan. By anticipating the possible outcomes of circumstances is the first step in responding to any emergency scenarios. For example, a fire outbreak. By preparing your mental and physical, it will help you to know and help evacuating the attendees to the emergency assembly point. So by being ready helps lessen the stress, grief and worry that disaster frequently bring. Next is to evaluate. The plan before this enables the organizer to think through about possibilities that are available in an emergency. By understanding those possibilities, it also enables the organizer to think through and take control of the fight, flight, and freeze instinct. By asking the basic questions of who, where, how, and when is the basic inquiries while handling emergency situation, which means that from asking yourself the basic questions, you will know who is your priority while evacuating the attendees in an emergency situation. Last one is to respond. After planning and then evaluate, this is where the event manager respond the emergency in a way that maximize the safety of organizing committee and also the attendees. And from there on, the event manager also can respond by calling local authorities to assess more details on the emergency situation.
So next, I will explain about the educational material. We have chosen the Instagram page as a tool to convey information to the public to educate them about the risks that can occur in the music event. One of the reasons we choose IG page is because it is easier to adjust the message to the public and the people are more comfortable to read the written information. In a week, we will post 4 times. For the first day, we have made a post about the importance of event, a risk before, during, and after event, and we also post about the safety rules and the solution for the risk. And the next day, we make a post about the emergency plan and other steps. So we hope that this post will provide clear and useful information to the public. I think that's all from our group. Thank you.
To summarize, the event risk management in the event industry, which is we know that organizing an event is not easy thing. It requires a lot of energy, a lot of manpower, of thoroughly planning, and a time for the preparation. Therefore, event manager plays a crucial role in an event by making sure before the event all the possible risks are avoided or mitigated. Meanwhile, during the event, the supply of emergency in case of emergency cases are enough and ready to use. Well, as for after the event, if the event are successfully happen without any risk, it will bring a good name to the organizer or the company of the organizer, because all the possible risks are handled very well by the event manager.